Savage family, what's going on?
Hello. I'm hungry.
Senya's hungry. She's eating her oatmeal.
Oh, meh.
Oatmeal. I
What
don't
was
know.
that?
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I've never even heard that one before.
We wanted to do a video today, and this one is a little bit less sciencey, but I think it's something that we wanted to talk about.
Oh, just fun stuff. Well,
Fun, yeah. I mean, fun stuff, interesting stuff, and then at the end, we want you guys to comment and tell us what do you guys see at the gym that happens, and we want to talk about
your gym pet peeves or gym etiquette.
gym etiquette.
That's how you say
Etiquette.
it.
Etiquette. Oh, whatever. I didn't mean to correct you. Yeah, we want to talk about like gym etiquette, and then some of the behaviors that you might see, or even maybe incidentally do at the gym, that can lead to resentment and conflicts.
Or people just giving you the stink eye.
The stink eye. I think like as a precursor to all this, I just want to say, and this is going to be too long, but I wanted to say that rule number one is that you have every right to be there, as much right as anybody else. And
That's your home as much as anybody else's home.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
take pride in being there.
And it doesn't matter if you're just starting your fitness journey or you are the fittest person on the planet. You have the right to be there.
We're all equals.
We're all equals. Being fit doesn't make you a good person.
It doesn't make you more, give you any more seniority in the gym.
No, not at
There's
all.
no such thing as seniority in the gym.
So, and it's funny because I wasn't always like that. I was like one of those young idiots, full of full of piss and vinegar. And then I got a little older and got a little wiser, and then I saw the error in my ways. So it's not like this isn't coming from no experience. This is coming from things that I've even done in the past.
And self-assessment,
A little bit of self-assessment.
where we catch ourselves like, maybe that wasn't the coolest thing we were doing.
Coco, quit killing burrito. Stop. Bad dog.
Should have seen them earlier today. I did a video for the girls.
They're nuts.
Insane.
Those dogs are crazy because they ain't got no discipline. They really don't. We let them do whatever they want. Anyway, okay, so pet peeves. I'm gonna do one, and then
we'll back and forth.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
Okay, so this will be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. Okay, and when I say pet peeves, I think it's also important to note that there's ways to diffuse a situation that are gonna come out properly, and sometimes people just don't know, and sometimes, and that's the case, then they just don't know. But pet peeve at the gym number one, and it's something that I think I did a lot of in my youth, is arrogance. You know what I mean? Having an air of superiority, or the truth of the matter is that every single day that you go into the gym, there's people there who are just starting their journey, and it's like sometimes it's the first time they've been there. Like that guy who's 350 pounds running on the treadmill, like he's at the gym. This man is trying to change his life.
He's sweating.
He's busting his butt, and nobody is better than him. And just sometimes when I see people who, it's one thing to put in your headphones and do your own thing, which is something we'll talk about in a little bit, but it's an entirely other thing to disrespect people or prioritize yourself over anybody else. Your gym is going to be like your community. It's going to be like your home. So just make sure that you respect not only yourself, but everybody else, because and of course everybody, like sometimes you get a resting bitch face and you put in your headphones. We'll address that in a little bit, but just when you're there, just remember that it's a community and that there's lots of people there who are starting out. And I'm not saying this like anybody's doing this, but it's, there's a lot of people who are starting out, and the way that you treat people and the way that you act with people who are just starting their journey has a huge amount of influence over whether or not they're going to continue their journey. And rude comments and condescension can ruin somebody's chances of changing their life.
Let's elaborate on that a little bit more. Where we have this is not my point yet, okay?
Okay, this doesn't count.
Feeling entitled. Feeling entitled in the gym and hogging equipment. If you're doing like a superset, whatever, it's fine. But if you are taking up like 5 pieces of equipment or sitting in a squat rack for like 20 minutes straight on your phone.
On your phone, pet peeve.
That's a big pet peeve.
It's okay
to have your app.
Yeah.
Have your app open.
It's okay to be on your phone, but if you're taking up equipment sitting on your phone,
And not working out.
And not working out.
Uh-huh.
Also talking
Watching
loudly.
LOL cats.
Yeah, talking loudly too. Like it's okay to be on your phone just as long as you're not in anybody's way. And if you have to have a conversation, it's best to just remove yourself from the general population.
Treat it like church.
Treat it like church. Just go and go somewhere quiet and finish that talk. Okay, you.
Okay.
Go.
Wear deodorant.
Deodorant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're
sorry.
Right. You're right.
You know, I get it. Some people are against it. Like, some people might feel like, the talc or the what's it called? The dioxide stuff can cause cancers, whatever. There are natural deodorants you can wear. There is, and also cologne, heavy perfume.
No go.
Don't do it.
No go.
There's nothing worse than being on the treadmill, doing your sprints or training, breathing heavy while taking in like someone else's. And if you smell, like, at least try and control it.
I am gonna be honest with you guys.
You're gonna tell them?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them. I go to the gym and I haven't always been like this, but lately I smell myself. So do you know what I do? I don't even, whatever, it is what it is. I bring my freaking deodorant with me and I literally 3 times when I'm at the gym.
We have like a deodorant dance too.
I'm rocking out to my music. I bring the deodorant with me, and like you said, there's natural alternatives, right?
And honestly, guys, there's no excuse to take a Italian shower either. Like just going in there with a bunch of perfume and cologne on, it's suffocating for those who are not wearing it.
Yeah. So stay away from heavy stuff, but also take care of your
personal hygiene.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I work out and I stink, man. So whenever I start, I'm like, ooh, man, I'm conscious of it. And right in the middle of the gym, I don't care.
Ladies, if a man is being creepy with you, do not feel bad about farting.
That too.
I am shameless.
That's another one. Yeah.
That's the hottest thing ever. When you guys creeping a girl, when being creeped on by a guy.
She does it.
I look at Matt, I'm just like. He's like, no. I'm like,
she does that. I think it's funny. Yeah, just there's lots of people at the gym, but try not to. I know it's hot. Try not to make anybody uncomfortable. By, and sometimes it's, sometimes maybe you're just interested in what they're doing or whatever else. But do your best to, do your best to not make anybody else uncomfortable. I always say that. Your rights stop when you infringe on somebody else's. So it's not a matter of being creepy, but just you're gonna make friends and you're gonna develop relationships.
It's a social place too.
Yeah, but just let it occur naturally. And the gym is a great place to meet people and maybe even potentially a mate
after you finish training.
Yeah, if you come on too strong or
mid training.
I got one.
Okay, go for it.
You sure?
I'm saying mid-training is never the time to approach anybody.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to say.
Headphones in.
Yeah, because sometimes, if somebody's got their headphones in and they're training hard, it's probably not the optimal time to strike up a conversation. Because I know
if they're hip thrusting.
If they're hip thrusting, yeah. If somebody's the best time if you're going to talk to somebody is when they have their headphones out, or if somebody's training without headphones, it's a little bit more of an open thing. But a lot of the time, I'll put my That's true, and you can read people's body language, but just be considerate, right? And whatever else. But yeah, if somebody has their headphones in and they're training hard,
or running, doing cardio,
or they're running, or they're doing cardio, then it might be best just to
nod and wave.
Hey, how's it going?
Smile.
And then if they pull their headphones out, then that's an invitation, to speak to them. But like I said, the gym can be a good place, but familiarity breeds that, right? The more you see people. The more comfortable you get with people, and the more prone to discussion you'll have. I think the more prone to that.
Just start with that. Looked like a crazy workout. How was your workout?
Yeah.
After they're finished.
After they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disturbing people when they're working out. Another one.
My turn. Your turn.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, off the top of my head. Not re-racking your weights.
Yes, that was mine. Stole it.
There's nothing more frustrating than when you're in the gym trying to get through your workout and you're focused and you get to your machine, you get to your bar, and there's 18,000 45s on that stupid leg press.
Yes, agreed.
If you are strong enough to put that weight on the bar, you're strong enough to take it off.
Yeah, and re-rack your weights, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. And this is dependent because there are some gyms where this is highly encouraged. There are some gyms where you can pick up weights and freaking throw them across the room.
I'm guilty of doing this. I was.
And you know, you can be loud and stuff like that, but grunting, like grunting and making loud sounds when you're working out.
Only while hip thrusting.
Only while hip thrusting. Yeah, and I'm like once again, these aren't things that we're talking now. We're not talking down. We're just, you know, it's just.
I'm guilty of something. I grunt.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't grunt, and I can lift. I don't, do I?
No.
I'm quiet, man. I can lift some heavy ass weights when I need to, and I can do it without making sounds. When I'm kickboxing, sometimes I'm you know, because that's what you're trying to do, because it tightens your gut up when you throw a punch or whatever. But I make sure that if I'm doing that nobody's in the general vicinity.
Oh my gosh, I was at this gym once. I'm going to interrupt you, sorry. In the gym once, and there's this guy who had a pretty thick accent. I'm not sure where he was from, but he was counting reps for someone else. Like, and he was just spotting him.
Yeah.
He's like, 1, 2, screaming across. 2. He got to 5, 5, 6. Like, he was just screaming, and I'm like, oh, these guys are all juiced up, big, like old people, and all the poor girls. They had like a class there for girls, like young girls.
Yeah.
Were terrified.
Of course, and that's part of the equation too, right? You can, you know, the truth of the matter is in martial arts, making a sound is like a really good technique for tightening the gut and also creating more force. But you can work out without making sounds, and it's you know, the more sounds that you make, it just becomes a little bit invasive to other people. And I know you guys have probably witnessed this too. So so there's a way to do it. You can just breathe, and honestly, breathing works to create force and to generate power. And just, I think like the loud grunting and the I go pretty heavy sometimes on certain exercises. As I said, you don't need to, but you know, when I'm doing my final rep, I'm not throwing around weights that I can't control, but I'm going, you know, I'm lifting some decent weight because I've conditioned myself to do so. And I'm telling you, I don't make a sound. And
the difference between like arrogant sounds and actual effort sounds. Yeah. I think honest sounds are okay, but if you're doing it for the attention, then it's obvious it's kind of tacky.
Yeah, no peacocking.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You know what I mean? That's another one too. Like sometimes, I know you guys have seen this, you're doing your curls, and especially because I've talked to you guys about you don't need heavy weight to get big. And you're just doing your nice light curls. And I used to be this kid, and now I hate this. I don't hate anybody. It's just
We had this talk before they were doing the video. Like, we're not going to go talk. We're going to talk from like a what was the word? Like a general perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just like, you know, no peacocking. If you see somebody doing an exercise, if you're doing the same exercise, sure. But we've all seen, you know, when the guy's doing bicep curls, nice slow contractions. And I used to be this kid too. I'd go up beside, and then he picks up a way heavier weight. And
he's doing treadmills too. The girls are just coming and trying to outsprint you, outrun you. Yeah. I mean, okay, maybe it's kind of fun for like the competition, but it's really, there's nothing more than when you're in your zone. Someone's looking over at how fast you're going and just doing one up on you. Like, okay, I'll just slow mine right down. Okay.
Yeah. So no peacocking. It's the only person you're competing with in the gym is yourself. And it took me a little while to learn that, and you know, and that's it too. Another one? You got one, or I got a good one?
Yeah, not weighting your equipment down.
Absolutely, that's a good one.
You guys are obviously training very hard. You're doing our programs.
Yeah.
You're sweating profusely. Deodorant is mandatory, and clean the equipment.
Yeah, clean the equipment, because other people will be using that equipment as well, and they don't want your urea sweat on them, which is.
If you wouldn't want to put your face on someone's sweaty ass print, I don't think anyone would want to put their face on yours.
Yeah, so just wipe down your equipment. I had a good one and it's gone. Man, it was a really good one. Yeah. Just buying time. Yeah. No. Okay. Another one is just be cool, man. Like, just be cool and be respectful and be nice. You know, and also don't offer any unsolicited fitness advice.
Good one.
You know what I mean? If you see somebody doing something with really bad form, you know, it's a very tricky situation, because there's a good chance that there's a good chance that they might, they might do something silly, but at the same time, if their form's off just a little bit, if they're not in immediate danger, don't offer unsolicited fitness advice because sometimes you're going to offend people. But at the same time, if you see somebody who's like in a dangerous position or like doing something where they can legitimately like hurt themselves or hurt somebody else, then maybe that's an occasion to intervene. But just be kind when you do it. You know what I mean? Because immediately somebody's going to have their back up, and the way that you approach somebody is everything. So, Burrito's trying to sneeze up a burrito. Oh, no unsolicited advice, and just be nice, man. Like a lot of people have a lot of things going on in their life. You never know anybody's story. You never know where they came from, and just be cool. Smile.
I remember being maybe this is more for trainers who work in gyms, but it could be for I've seen regulars do this as well.
Yeah.
In big gyms, I remember I was in prep working for Equinox at the gym back in Canada, and they'd have staff parties where they'd order tons of pizza to the gym. I was in prep, I couldn't have it, or I'd be out there training, and you just see like these pizza boxes come in, the entire gym smells. Or like back in Edmonton, people would bring McDonald's in.
Yeah.
Like,
don't
come
bring food
on.
into the gym.
You can bring food, but just don't make it like junk food that stinks up the entire place.
Because
eat in the locker room or something.
Because a man has to eat too.
Well, we all eat. We have to. I eat. Yeah. I'll eat like my chicken, my whatever.
Yep.
But I'm not bringing in like junk food. I think
Quest bars. Quest bars.
You can't even bring. I bring. I don't know. And same thing goes even if it's healthy food. Like you don't want to bring your stinky tilapia and asparagus to the gym and microwave that.
That's fair.
And stink the entire place up either. Eat it cold.
Or
like go into a staff room or not a staff room, but go into like a somewhere where there's an eating area to eat.
Yeah. And then just as a side note to that too, and a side note to kind of everything, just realize that a lot of the times, like for example, quick story today, walked into the gym. It's weird for them to see a tattooed big gringo in there swinging around weights, right? They call us gringos because whatever. But instead of and I was kind of getting some snarky remarks, like some and it was it would never really bother me anyway, but I could have reacted one of two ways. I could have gone over and but I didn't. I looked over and I smiled, and I kept smiling, and the more that I kept smiling, and I honestly I killed them with kindness, and I saw I saw a complete 360 from them being snarky. They came over, they started asking me questions. We chatted up for a while. A lot of people who display the negative kind of behaviors, it comes from a place of fear, and a lot of people are just really insecure. Like God knows I am, but if you can counter that with a little bit of kindness, and some people won't react well to that, but the majority will. If you can just be kind, and be understanding and engaging, you'd be surprised at how quickly they turn around when you show them that your opinion of me doesn't really matter so much, and I'm not going to let it affect me. But at the same time, I'm going to reciprocate respect. Even if you haven't, you'll notice a lot of people will put their back down, put their guard down, and they'll come up and engage you.
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Oh, so many of them.
So many of them. We're at 17:53.
That's long enough as it is.
Well, you got one more. One more. Come on, Sarah. One more thing that people can do, or something maybe they can do to help somebody else.
Smile at people.
Smile.
I think everyone's facing insecurities in the gym. Everyone's doing better themselves.
Absolutely.
Everyone has a story. Some people are training through emotions. Some people are training through, for whatever reason.
Yeah, whatever it might be.
Be nice. And honestly, and I'm guilty of this.
I'm gonna go let him out.
Yeah,
you keep talking.
I'm guilty of this. And I've been told this actually a couple times. And those of you who know me, I'm nice. You can approach me. But I've been told I'm unapproachable in the gym. I've been told I'm unapproachable and I'm a bitch and I think I'm too good for anybody. This is what I've been told.
Yes, but that's not always...
But it's just my resting bitch face. When I'm training, I have my beats on, my eyes are forward, I'm focused. And I'll look right past somebody, but I'm not, I don't even see them. I'm just so focused. And people mistaken that for arrogance. They're mistaken that as being cocky. And I think what I've started doing now is I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm shunning them. I'll just make eye contact, nod, smile, acknowledge, and continue with my workout. I'm not one to talk during my sets, during my training. And it's not because I'm being arrogant. It's because I'm focused. I'm trying. You guys know, you girls know, I'm all about like minimal rest and maximum work.
So are we talking about the 4 agreements? That book. What are the 4 agreements? Is also
smile at people.
No.
no, I'm saying.
Yeah, smile. That's like point. No. One of the 4 agreements is don't make assumptions. You know what I mean? A lot of the times I've had people stare at me, and not like I'm freaking Superman, but just out in Costa Rica, there's not a lot of people. I've had people stare at me, and just regular people in the gym staring at me. And for years, I thought in the back of my head, like, oh, he's trying to punk me off. He's trying to give me a hard time. Only to meet them later and finally talk to them, and for them to say, I've been watching you for a long time, and I try to study you and follow your workouts, and find out that their intention wasn't that they thought they were better than me. It was that sometimes they just wanted to know what I was doing, and
it's just there's no expression on the face.
Yeah, so just don't make assumptions.
You did it wrong. Yeah.
You know what I mean about anything, and
yeah, I have a lot of times girls are like, oh, this girl was giving me the worst look.
Yeah. I'm
like, I bet you she had a poop. Maybe she was constipated. Maybe she was thinking of something her ex-boyfriend did, or you know what I mean? It's don't. Here's something I tell people as well. The gym, everyone thinks everyone's watching them. Everyone thinks that they're the center of attention.
Everybody's scared to death.
But I'll tell you, the people are looking at themselves in the mirror. People are focusing on their own stuff. Like, you're not that important. Like, you're not. No one is. Like, everyone thinks that they're being watched. No one's watching you.
Everybody's scared of everybody. And I know everybody has their own thing going on. And yeah, most of the time people are not watching you. They and we make things up in our head, but don't make assumptions. Because, go see mommy. Because, you know, as you said, everybody in there is, and I'm just as insecure as anybody, everybody in there is just as scared as you are, and worried about you as much as you are, and self-conscious as you are. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, 21 minutes, 10 seconds. A long one, a good rant. We love you guys. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for all your posts. And all the love, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Post below what are your gym irks,
and maybe a story of inspiration, the way that some of the stuff we talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way that somebody was giving you the stink eye, and a way that you took the situation apart without responding in a negative manner.
Like this video if you wear deodorant.
Gotta go.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.